Hi there guys, today in this review is this review is of the audio Big Finish adventure featuring the Fifth Doctor and Nyssa called Spare Parts. This was written by Mark Platt, who also wrote the final story that was filmed, which was Ghostlight. And now Mark Platt is known for his sort of complex structure of the stories that he writes, and this story in a way is kind of a complex structure of a story. It's a complex story, it's quite difficult to explain the plot, but it's really kind of simple once you fully know what it is and what the actual story is about. It's quite easy to explain, but this story is I would definitely recommend this story. It's one of the big things about this video is that I definitely recommend this story. If you're a fan of the 10th Planet Cybermen, then this story is definitely for you. And if you're a Fifth Doctor fan, or even if you're a Nyssa fan, because Nyssa is very good in this story and it's one of the highlights of the character. So if we take a look at the cover, it's quite a good cover actually. I quite find this cover sort of interesting. You've got Cybermen from the 10th planet. In fact, the story takes place before the events of the story. The 10th planet happens because they land on it before it's being blown up. So yeah, we've got the 10th Planet Cybermen, Doctor Who's Spare Parts, and it says Peter Davison in Doctor Who's Spare Parts. We've got a symbol there from Tomb of the Cybermen, with the Cybermen on it. It says an original audio drama on double CD. You got a little picture of the Fifth Doctor there, for those of you who didn't notice the first time, and it says with Sally Knyvette, Darren Nesbitt and Sarah Sutton as Nyssa. Okay, so you've also got Big Finish at the top and side there. We've got the side. It's got a little purple picture of Peter Davison. You might not be able to make that out. So this is Doctor Who Spare Parts. This is the 34th Big Finish audio. And on the back here we've got the picture of the front cover. And it says Spare Parts. It's a 4-part story written by Mark Platt, directed by Gary Russell. And there's a quote here which reads, "I'm not even sure they are people by the end. They are just so many tinned leftovers." So, and here is a rather long blurb. And it says, "On a dark frozen planet where no planet should be, in a doomed city with a sky of stone, the last denizens of Earth's long lost twin will pay any price to survive, even if the laser scalpels cost them their love and hate and humanity. And in the mat-infested streets round about tea time, the Doctor and Nyssa unearth the black markets in second-hand body parts and run the gauntlet of the augmented police and their augmented horses. And just between the tram stop and the picture house, their worst suspicions are confirmed. The Cybermen have only just begun, and the Doctor will be, just as he always has been, their saviour." So that's quite a good blurb, I think. Probably one that will capture you into buying it. And here we've just got some information on the production. Kind of like, the little leaflet you get in the DVD, but except it's on the back of the front cover of the CD. So inside we have the disc. It's quite a nice disc. It's white and it's got the Cybermen logo on it. And here's the booklet, which is basically what the front cover. And got all the cast listings. And of course, here this one's a 2-disc set, and you have disc 2, which is practically the same, and you have picture of the Sidemen logo. So really, all I can really say about this story is that it's quite a disturbing story in many ways, because there's a particular scene which is really quite memorable, where the Doctor has done something to has discovered one of the Sidemen failed its full conversion, if you know what I mean. So it's still quite human, which is really bad because that means it will drive itself insane, and you can hear it's kind of weeping, and it's really quite disturbing hearing someone. It's like a worse version a darker version of when you see the Sideman suffering in the Rise of the Side or the Age of Steel, one of the two, and where the Sideman's like, "Where's Gareth?" and it's kind of a worse version of that. So it's very disturbing. And as for the performances wise from the Fifth Doctor and Nissa's pretty good in this story because she has probably a bigger part than the Doctor does. She's probably the highlight of the story, actually. As for the Sidemen, they are... Well, originally because they wanted to just turn all the... Actually, no, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm trying to make it as though I can say a few things without actually spoiling the entire story for you. So I think all I can say really is that it's only designed for the workers to become Sidemen, because that kind of makes sense, doesn't it, if you think about it? Just the workers becoming Sidemen, but something even terrible happens. But I'm not going to tell you what that terrible thing is, because you might have figured it out already, but hopefully you haven't, because I would have just given away a bit of the story. But it's a 4-part adventure, and it does get a bit slow to begin with, as most few stories do. But no, I would definitely recommend you go out and buy this. And yeah, Peter Davison's really good in it. He sounds quite old, but he does sound, energetic and enthusiastic about the script. And really, that's all I can say without having to spoil the story. But my main big thing is about this video: go and buy this story. It's really good. I cannot say anything more about it. It's a very popular story. Mark Platt wrote it better than he did of writing Ghostlight. So if you like Mark Platt's writing and you liked Ghostlight, and I think you'll definitely like Spare Parts. And even if you don't like Ghostlight, you'll probably still like Spare Parts anyway, because it's still a really good story. So that's the first Big Finish audio adventure I've reviewed. I need to review The Sirens of Time, because I've been meaning to review that for absolutely ages. And so, really, I'm going to say thanks guys for watching my video, and I've tried to upload my DVD collection, which has been requested by the New Time Travel Hymen 88 for about 5 times. If I can't upload it, then I'll have to try and upload it in a few days. So I'm really sorry about that, but hopefully we'll get videos in between time. So like I said, thanks guys for watching, and I shall see you later.